Imagine a world where federal workers are laid off, Social Security checks for seniors are on hold, and mortgage rates are skyrocketing. It's like the beginning of a bad joke, isn't it? Unfortunately, it's all too real. But let's not worry because we have the Washington establishment who floored Biden's debt ceiling plan to save the day. With the government in a deadlock and possibility of Biden invoking the 14th Amendment to set up a showdown at the High Court, the White House and Congress must agree on a way forward before it is too late. Today we will be discussing the debt ceiling. Make sure to like and subscribe to show your support for our channel. Let's get to it. According to experts, if Congress and the White House don't reach an agreement on the debt ceiling, the consequences could be disastrous. Some even predict that the entire financial system could be taken down, which would then take out the economy. The Treasury Secretary, Janet Yellen, has said that the government may only be able to sustain operations until June 1st, before running out of money if the government can't borrow more. If this happens, economists predict that more than 8 million jobs could be wiped out, mortgage rates might soar by more than 20%, and the economy would shrink by as much as it did during the 2008 Great Recession. It's enough to make you want to cry or laugh nervously. The unpredictability of the situation is what worries economists. They don't know what will happen if the breach lasts for weeks or months. So far, financial markets haven't been too affected by the debt ceiling standoff. But the closer the government gets to a default, the more households will feel the tremors. The shock of a missed payment would ripple across the financial system, causing stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and derivatives to all take a hit. This would then spill out into the broader economy, causing businesses to halt expansion, driving stocks down even more, and reducing consumer spending. If this all sounds like a nightmare, that's because it is. The most drastic impact would be a pause in regular federal payments to tens of millions of American families, including seniors on Medicare and Social Security and people relying on food stamps. The federal government is projected to spend roughly $6 trillion this year, which translates into roughly $16 billion per day. Not all that goes directly to households, but it's still a huge amount of money to vanish from the economy overnight. A debt ceiling breach could wipe out 8 million jobs, the White House warns. In 2011, during the last debt ceiling standoff, stocks fell by roughly 20%. Moody's Analytics has estimated that stock prices could fall by roughly 1/5, wiping out $10 trillion in household wealth and devastating the retirement accounts of millions of Americans. The White House has estimated that the decline could be closer to 45%. It's enough to make you want to pull your hair out. It's worth remembering that the U.S. government has a process for shutting down when Congress fails to approve a new budget. Agencies whose spending hasn't been approved prepare workers for furloughs, instructing certain essential staff that they will keep working without pay. There have been 3 shutdowns that lasted at least a full day over the past decade. Workers are all typically repaid afterward. Maybe we should all just invest in a good pair of shoes just in case we need to run away from the impending chaos. But let's hope for the best. That concludes our video. Please comment, like, and share. Also, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our Friday series on the steps to achieving financial independence. Thanks for watching.